We are 4 weeks into the NBA season, and this year just seems like it could be anyone's year if you can beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our week 4 power rankings. Before we get into it, we're going to talk about our poster of the week, our most disappointing team of the week. Then we're going to hop into our top 10 teams after week 4. Before we start, down below in the comments, comment who is your underdog team thus far in the year, starting with our poster of the week. And we are going to go with the freak, the alien, Victor Wembanyama. And I want to show y'all how Draymond Green is playing amazing defense. This is how you got to play against Wemby. You got to get down there, you got to get gritty, and you got to get physical. Look how Wemby is just boxing him out, looking for the inbound, and bam! Right over the head of one of the best defensive players in the league, Draymond Green, giving him a little scream in the face, letting him know, I am here. This is my time. Let's just see it one more time. Wemby down there, down low, boxing out Draymond Green. Draymond, if he had 7 more inches on him, this would have been perfect defense. Wemby spins, gets the ball, bam! Our poster of the week goes to Victor Wembanyama. Comment your poster of the week down below. Going into our most disappointing team of the year thus far, the LA Clippers. And when you got James Harden, you got Kawhi Leonard, you think nothing could go wrong, except half the time you don't have Kawhi Leonard because this man hasn't been healthy since he's been an LA Clipper. I feel like Kawhi Leonard hasn't been healthy in probably about 5 years. Correct me if I'm wrong. When's the last time Kawhi Leonard played 75% of a full season? Now, if I look up it's last year, I'm going to be absolutely sick. James Harden can only do so much by himself, ladies and gentlemen. Kawhi's always hurt. It might be time for the LA Clippers to go ahead, blow it. Could you imagine if a team like the LA Clippers had a guy like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? Could you imagine that? Oh, they did. You're telling me they did have him at one point. They traded him. Into our top 10 teams for week 4 of the NBA season. Well, technically going into week 5. We have the Miami Heat. And when I tell you, Bam Adebayo is coming full circle. The older he gets, he's aging like fine wine, absolutely taking over and dominating on the court. Miami is going to do Miami things. They're winning games they probably shouldn't be winning, but they're grinding out the close wins. And Norman Powell in Peasy, baby, out here putting belt to ass, being a huge player on this team, averaging 26 points. And Jaime Jaquez finally arriving. Thank you to the fantasy gods. We just found out that Wemby's out, so I'm hoping Jaime Jaquez can come off my bench in fantasy basketball and step perfectly into that place. 1, that's not going to happen. 2, he has won me some fantasy basketball games this year, so I'll just throw that in there. Should we ever doubt the Heat again? The coaching is there. Bam Adebayo coming full circle. We have the Miami Heat at number 10. At number 9, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Ant-Man can do no wrong. Started off a little slow, started off injured. Really not a great start to the year for the Ant-Man, but he's starting to ramp it up again, as he always does. Anthony Edwards looks to be the future face of the league. Well, he's not looking for it. We're kind of looking for it. And once they tell you you're the future face, we can't have these guys from other countries be the future face of the league. We can't have Luka be the face of the league. We can't have Wemby be the face of the league. Anthony Edwards has to become the face of the league, and there are a lot of guys he's going to be fighting for that title over, even though he really doesn't want it. Minnesota's defense is legit potentially top 3 in this league. You got Rudy Gobert down there putting absolute belt until playoffs start, then somehow he gets exposed absolutely every year. Can they close out games consistently? And Randall's shooting opens up the court for anything for this team can be great. You can go out there, play great defense, play great offense. Julius Randle, keeping him going and keeping him hot and keeping him healthy, is the key factor to the Minnesota Timberwolves being this good. At number 8, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell is playing like a guy trying to secure an NBA championship in a division that we thought was going to be wide open. This conference is not going to be that easy to win. You have dogs fighting for the top of this conference, and everyone is playing great basketball right now. If you are not watching basketball right now, you are absolutely missing out. Mobley and Allen, some of the most elite rim protectors, still one of the best defensive duos in the league. And Mobley, again, you're going to hear me say this a lot of guys aging like fine wine this year. Mobley getting better as the years go on and as the season goes on. And Garland being back to bring a spark to this team that it desperately needed. The sky is the limit for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The bench does have to step it up, though. I'm going to keep it 100% real with you. Should Cleveland trade for a big name player in the weeks to come to put an even bigger spark under this team to go and win an NBA championship? At number 7, we got Big Bodega Cat and the New York Knicks. Brunson is playing like one of the most underrated superstars in the league. This man is one of the best finishers we have potentially ever seen. The Knicks defense has turned into a physical wall. Karl Anthony Towns playing efficient, controlled basketball is huge. I feel like his three-point percentage is way up this year. His defense is looking a lot better, and he is just scoring at will. Big Bodega Cat is an absolute dog, and a guy we didn't know what he was going to be for this team. Jordan Clarkson coming in and being an efficient glue guy, a good weapon off the bench. We love to see Jordan Clarkson out here absolutely hooping. Are the Knicks secretly a top 4 threat in the East? At number 6, we have the San Antonio Spurs. When I tell you, I just got devastating news, not only for Spurs fans, but for me as a Victor Wembanyama fantasy owner. He is going to be out a few weeks with a calf strain, but something about the Spurs, even with Victor Wembanyama not on the court, you still got De'Aaron Fox who's coming back healthy. Vassell, you got a lot of young guys that I think can put it together and keep stacking wins, while the big freak, the alien, is going to be out a few weeks. Wembanyama already breaking basketball defensively and offensively. Every night, there's a new Wemby highlight. I mean, we just watched one at the beginning of this video that was absolutely insane. Devin Vassell emerging as a real number 2 scorer, number 3 option on the team. With De'Aaron Fox coming back, this could be massive for this team. The only thing holding them back is experience and turnovers. At what point do we start talking about MVP votes for Victor Wembanyama, who was my potential MVP going into the year? Him missing a few weeks is going to hinder that massively. At number 5, the Houston Rockets back in our good graces at the top 10. It looked a little scary to start the season. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know if Kevin Durant could take this team and will them to win and turn them into an efficient scoring offense. We knew the defense was going to be there, and Houston's defense is absolutely elite. If I say this wrong, dear Lord, I'm so sorry. Ime Udoka has them playing grown man basketball. When I say Sengun is taking a massive jump this year, and this is why I thought they went and got Kevin Durant, so Sengun could learn and he could take a massive step this year. Picking apart defenses, should I say it, like a mini Joker, like a mini Nikola Jokic. The sky is the limit for Sengun, and he looks like an absolute dog on the court. Amin Thompson, he's still a little streaky, but his highs this season look like an absolute future all-star. Are the Rockets one veteran away from being a top 4 seed going into the playoffs? At number 4, we have the Detroit Pistons. And if you don't love watching this team, you have absolutely lost your mind. The defense they play is absolutely insane. You got guys like Cade Cunningham who will go out there, no shot confidence, putting up 45 shots, only making 14, but still a big deal. Making 14 is absolutely insane. 45 shots. When they were saying this is a Kobe-esque game, and everyone was like, well, Kobe would have made more shots on 45 attempts. Well, no shit. Kobe was a legend, brother. Cade Cunningham is still riding his story. He is still finding his way. The 45 shot Kobe comparison this is Cade Cunningham saying, okay, This is my team. I'm going to have to go out here and I'm going to have to put up numbers to will them to victory. Cade Cunningham, an absolute dog, emerging, a absolute superstar emerging in this league. And Jalen Duren looking like a future all-star the way he is controlling the glass. This team's rotation is starting to look better and better every week. Are the Pistons actually ahead of schedule, or are they just off to a hot start? At number 3, my Los Angeles Lakers. Now, we took an absolute devastating loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder in a game I thought we could go out there and win. I am worried. What are we going to do when LeBron James comes back? Are we inserting him immediately in the starting lineup? Are we going to make LeBron, LaKing, LaPookie, LaGoat James come off the bench? I'm not 100% sure. I'm not the guys to make the decision. But what I know is Austin Reeves, dog. Luka the Don, dog. If we can get Ayton to go out there and just start grabbing boards like he's actually a 7-foot-tall center. And someone told me this and it resonated with me and it made a lot of sense. Being tall doesn't help rebounding. Rebounding is an art that you have to perfect, and is Ayton's mind in the game. And what is LeBron James going to do for Ayton when he comes back? I feel like LeBron makes everyone on the court better. When we get this starting 5 locked in, it could be a potential ring season for LeBron, LaPookie, and Luka the Don. I cannot wait for us to win a ring this year. At number 2, these next 2 teams, it's going to be hard to win a ring for LA because the Denver Nuggets are looking absolutely ridiculous. Joker is dominating. Tell me when he's not dominating per usual. I think he's averaging a triple-double. When's he not averaging a triple-double? He's making it look like he's going out there and running pickup games at the YMCA. Some of the passes and some of the shot attempts he's taking. Murray being healthy insanely elevates this team into a top-tier status. Denver's only flaw, the bench. When Joker sits, it gets a little shaky, but the one upside is Aaron Gordon improved and is becoming a real storyline in this league. What he did last year in playoffs, we were like, oh, if Aaron Gordon can go out there and do that all year, the Denver Nuggets are going to be absolutely scary. And Aaron Gordon has absolutely leveled up his level of play. I love watching the Denver Nuggets play basketball. Not only are they phenomenal, not only are they entertaining, but they play amazing team basketball. The Nuggets at number 2. And at number 1, the reigning, defending Oklahoma City Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, an absolute legend on the floor. I don't know how many years he can keep doing this, but SGA, if he keeps performing and getting better at this level, he's going to go down as one of the greatest of all time. This team is on pace to break that Golden State record of what was it, 29-9, 80-9, something like that. They beat the Bulls record and then went and got beat by LeBron in the finals. So it really doesn't matter. So we'll say 72-10 is still technically the record, because it don't mean a thing if you don't win a ring. And the Oklahoma City Thunder, I think, can break that record and go out there and win a ring. 13-1 right now is absolutely insane. This team's looked like they've already skipped the young and learning curve. They went and won a championship. Can they do it twice in a row? I think the Thunder are everything we thought the Celtics were going to be. SGA again at an MVP level, and Chet is becoming an ultimate matchup nightmare, stretching the floor and protecting the rim. And the one thing he has over Victor Wembanyama, staying healthy. Their role players aren't just role players. They're specialists who go out there and do their job perfectly. Is this the best young core we have seen since Curry, Clay, and Dre of the Warriors? Ladies and gentlemen, those are our post-week 4 NBA power rankings. If you think someone is too high, if you think someone is too low, if you think there's a team that should be in or should be out, let me know down in the comments. I want y'all to know. You can like, hit the bell, subscribe. We do daily content. I'm talking basketball. What? Football. What? UFC. What? This is your hub for everything sports. I appreciate each and every one of you. Drop your top 10 down in the comments. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe.